The other set of skills is distress tolerance. And within all these modules, there's so many skills to teach. And so I wanted to really just highlight some that I enjoy and that I utilize often in the hopes that that can be helpful to you. So the distress tolerance skill that I really enjoy is 5 ways to solve a problem, right? And I think sometimes as a clinician, if you're noticing that that person is stuck, you could start to feel stuck and then feel like almost helpless yourself. Like, what are we going to do with Sarah? And this is such a great tool to take that off of you and put the energy back onto Sarah to make a decision. So I say to Sarah, okay, we have a problem. So let's say it's the relationship, and she's struggling with whether she wants to stay in the relationship. So I say, Sarah, do you feel like we can solve it? Do you feel like this is a problem that's solvable? And she might say, no, I don't know. I don't know if I can solve it. I don't know if that's available right now to me. So, okay. Do you feel like you can change your perspective? Do you think you can see this problem differently? Would that be helpful at all? Sometimes if we can just shift our perspective, right? That is so helpful sometimes. I think we minimize perspective taking as a helpful tool, right? If all of a sudden I can see somebody who maybe it's like what we do all day. I can see maybe this behavior that's not okay and recognize shifting my perspective of the person and the situation can help me problem solve better in the future because I have a much better perception of it. So I might ask her, can you see it differently? Sometimes I might say, I don't know if I can, that isn't there for me right now. So say, okay, that's okay. Mark those 2 off. Can you accept this situation right now? Is that something you're willing to do? Is accept this, that this is the way it is and there really is nothing we can do about it. Not saying that there's nothing we can do at all, because once the dialectic is once we practice acceptance of what we can't change, we can focus on what we can, right? So it creates problem solving in other avenues. So she might say, no, I don't feel like I can accept just being with this guy. Okay. What if we just do nothing? Like, to me, that's a choice. Like, what if we don't make any changes, right? Or we can make the situation worse, right? Those are kind of the other 2, is to kind of do nothing or make the situation worse. And sometimes the choice might be to do nothing. And that's still progress, because people, especially with borderline, can have that active passivity where they don't really want to make any moves. They want you to do it for them. And so I put it back in Sarah's plate, like, it's your choice. It may not be what I think would be in your best interest. And I understand that that's where you're at. And so is this the choice you're making, to do nothing, the choice of kind of omission of I'm choosing to let the problem continue to be a problem? And she might say yes. So, okay, that's where you're at. And I will say, that is my goal, is to get you to the other side, to those other 3 options. And I also have to be understanding of where you're at. And this is progress, because instead of pretending like you didn't make this choice, you're actively choosing to not choose. And that is so much more progress than just pretending like it's not a problem. So I find this very beneficial because it gives people so many options. Again, can I problem solve it? Can I change my perspective? Can I accept it? Or can I do nothing? Obviously, the goal is to not make it worse. And I like that that's a choice on there, because it's like, that is a choice. You could choose that, right? This is not the choice that we're going to encourage, and it's on the table. And so in a way, it can provide validation, because you're letting them know you didn't choose that. You didn't choose to hurt yourself. You just chose to not make a decision. And that's progress.